Buddy, Mayo Doc here. We're gonna steal a vehicle. Let's see how long it takes us to get caught. It's good so far. Everything is going fantastic. I'm surprised, actually. Usually we'd be caught at this point.
How many vehicles have you shot?
None. Yet. Usually they just chase after you when they see you're driving one of their cars.
They haven't done that for me ever.
They've done it for me. A lot. Is that a greatest hits thing, or... I don't know.
I have no idea.
Wait, is your version greatest hits or not?
I don't think it is.
Okay, mine is, so maybe that's... I don't know what the ROM is.
You mean ISO? It's an ISO.
Whatever. Tomato. Roughly the same thing.
Oh, you should show them what happens when you jump on a Crimson Guard's head enough.
I'm not sure what you're talking about. I've never tried that.
If you jump on a Crimson Guard's head enough, they'll just like they'll shoot you. I don't think they.
The slum's water is back on. I'd love to see the heads roll when the Baron finds out.
Yeah, I'm sure he's losing lots of sleep over this armpit of the city. We've done what you've asked. Now when do we see the shadow?
When I say so, if I say so. But before I even think about it, I want you to take care of an ammo dump we've ID'd in the fortress. Lots of Crimson Guards, constant patrols. We know it's vulnerable, and the underground needs you to blow up all the ammo you find inside. Get all of it, and we'll deal a body blow to the Baron.
You're sending us in, tough guy. So what's with this we'll deal a body blow stuff?
That's fine. I want the Baron to know that it's me who's hurting him.
Hurt you necessarily, but they'll try to shoot you. Like instead of trying to knock you off, they'll just start trying to shoot you. A little like they'll knock you off your head and then they'll shoot you once. I think that's what they do.
Well, that's not even worth showing off.
I remember doing that when I was a young kid playing a rated T game.
I'm probably the only person out there that actually played games according to their rating system.
Did you not play a rated M game until you were old enough to play a rated M game?
Technically, I started playing TF2 when I was 16, so no. But I was at that point. It's kind of debatable. That was my first M rated.
I kind of wouldn't consider that. I don't even know. Whoa, the FPS in my game just dropped like crazy. Is that normal in this game?
Not really. I mean, it's kind of like here, but that's more of an emulator glitch. But I forgot to set the frame skip. Sorry.
It's okay.
I'm not gonna fix it now. By the way, part 1's probably gonna be that way too.
This mission right here that you're doing, I somewhat think this is it's a difficult for a starting mission. It's not really.
I will agree with that.
It's not too difficult, but for a starting mission, it's rather difficult.
But I'm sure a lot of people got stuck on this one.
At least if they were younger. I mean, nowadays I can handle it.
I didn't even know about this game till I was 14, I think.
Well, you are 25 now, clearly.
Tomatoes.
Tomatoes. Potatoes?
No. My live stream yesterday, I just couldn't stop saying the word tomato. I need to find out how many times I said it. I'm genuinely curious. I think it's somewhere in the hundreds.
What about me saying potato?
Probably something similar. Except as far as I'm aware, you were nowhere near that.
Oh my gosh, my game lagged like crazy again. I was destroying I don't know if it's popped up just yet, but I was destroying turrets. I don't know if it's popped up in the footage, what I mean. But I was destroying turrets. And when I hit the turret, you know the turret in the city.
Yeah.
And it lagged when I hit it twice for some reason. I don't know if that's an engine problem or what.
I usually don't go after the turrets enough to know, because I'm usually on vehicles or hoverboard once you get that.
Well, I had to for a mission. And shooting it wasn't working for some reason. I thought it did.
I think you have to headbutt it.
Like, hit it, you mean? No, you don't have to headbutt
You
it.
know what I mean. Jump
You
in
can
and square.
You can punch.
The dive.
You can punch and it works.
Oh.
So I'm gonna do a mission right now that is in. It's really high in the air. That's all I'm gonna say. It's
I'm
the
not
first
sure.
one. And when you look down, you can see the city. It's like whoa.
Ooh.
Yeah, and then at the end, you gotta fight this one big guy. And you
Yeah.
don't really-
Oh.
Yeah.
Have fun with
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, this mission sucks.
Which, by the way, if you're really going to be talking about playing along this game with me, why are you so far ahead? You're like 5 hours ahead of me at least.
Really? Really, I am.
There's a lot of missions between us.
Because I've been playing along, just like I wanted to play at the same time. Sort of
There's no
thing.
way I'm going to catch up. I'll say that much.
I don't know. The LP year's curse may be nice to you.
So far, it's been relatively nice, but
This is the beginning.
I know it gets so much worse from here. Do you think this is the extent of how hard this game gets? Oh no. This game can put some NES games out for run for their money.
This is Nintendo hard.
It gets there. And it's at the missions you wouldn't expect to be hard, too.
You know, one thing I do want to mention.
Cool, that's a security pass. We need those to get through city checkpoints. Shh.
These barrels are the latest shipment of Eco. The Baron says take them and get out.
Metalheads in the city? Why are the guards giving them eco?
That I do like about this game. I don't know why, but I do kind of like how the city is designed. At least, like, design-wise. I don't know if I like the layout, but I like the design. Especially when you can see it all, you know, from really high. Then you start to appreciate it a little bit.
This part ticked me off so much when I first played the game. I thought you were supposed to go after all these little missile-shaped things. No, you're supposed to go after these drills here on the side.
Yeah. I never explain it. Oh, another thing too. That I feel like I should mention, even though it's like this is to be expected, but some people might not notice it, or whatever. But every place that you go to, you know, outside of the city, you can actually see, like, on the other side of the, if you get to certain parts of the game, you can see them. Like, for example, the slums. When you get high enough,
This place has too much excitement. We need to move back to the country.
from a certain mission, like the one I'm in, you can actually see the slums outside where they're supposed to be. So you can actually see how the world's like interconnected, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I like that. It's like the small things, you know?
You got your slums, and you got the... I don't know how you would describe a lot of the other areas.
I'm trying not to like say them for spoilers' sake or like,
We've pretty much spoiled half the game at this point anyways.
nah, I think the worst spoiler I did was Mars Tomb.
Which, by the way, that's about the halfway point of the game for anyone.
Yeah, and that's not even the worst one. But other than that, we've only mentioned vague.
Actually,
things.
thankfully, they brought up the Metalhead Nest.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you didn't, now you did. I know that's
Well,
for sure.
all I did is bring up the name. Didn't say where it is or what it's like or anything.
The demolition duo has returned. One barbecued ammo dump served up hot.
We saw something odd while torching that ammo. The Baron's guards were giving barrels filled with eco to a group of metalheads.
Really? The Shadow will be very interested to hear that.
You know, so far, your gigs have been easier than stealing grass from a sleeping yakko.
You and the rodent want to start proving yourselves? One of our suppliers needs his payment delivered. A bag of eco ore. Take the Zoomer parked out back and drive it to the Hip Hog Heaven Saloon in Southtown. Ask for Crew. He'll be there. And don't let the Baron's patrols stop you. By the way, when you get there, pump Crew for information. He's wired into the city and may know what the Baron is up to.
You can count on us.
Are you still here?
It's... Oh, yeah, I think I know what you're talking about now. Okay, now we get to do one of the first missions where the cops chase you from the get-go.
You know, this wouldn't be so bad if the car had more than 2 hits on it.
That's true.
And I'm a horrible driver, both in real life and in this game. And running into walls can kill you, and it probably will.
That's why you stay low.
Oh yeah, I refuse to drive up high. You are just asking to get in a wreck in this game.
Yeah, nobody ever... I don't think anyone ever drives up high in this game. Well, I do, but then I usually dive under and then dive back up.
I don't mind sitting in the middle zone or something like that, where you rapidly hit R2.
Yeah.
I'll do that sometimes.
Sometimes I'll do that. Sometimes I'll sit at the top. You know, I'll be driving at the top, and then I'll just R2 under things when I need to. You know.
I don't really think being in the upper zone really has that much of an advantage.
It doesn't.
It's just there for the developers to say that, hey, it's here. You can be up here with the other cars. It's not a simulation, the greatest.
You can pretend you're actually driving.
Let me out of here. It's not even on fire. How did that happen? We're out of the worst part.
Yeah, the roadblocks is the only thing that really makes
Ah,
this...
are you serious? That is what I'm talking about.
Did you just
One
want to
random
decide
car
something?
out of nowhere.
Why were you in the upper zone?
I thought it was in the clear at that point. I didn't even see the car. Whatever, this isn't a terribly long mission.
That's what you get for thinking.
I know. Entirely my fault.
Oh, is this the cup you were talking about? In the last
Yes.
part? Oh, I was thinking of a completely different cup.
What other cup is there in this game?
I was thinking, I think of the trophy.
Oh, no, not... If I wanted to say trophy, I would have just said trophy.
I don't know. My mind was in a totally other... Whoa, I hit my headset.
Although
No,
that one too, same thing.
That's why I said the second one is what was hell.
Third one's worse.
They're all horrible.
First one's okay. Albeit, it's not anything I'd write home about. It's not really something I'd play over again and again and again. Must stay lower hover zone. Must not wreck with groups and guards.
You know what the worst mission in the game is without spoiling it? I'll vaguely say it. One of the worst.
Oh, there's quite a few.
It involves hovercarring around the city.
Oh, that one. No, I brought up to him too that the emulator does not like that mission at all, which makes it even worse. No, 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 no!
You know, the one where you have to go through the rings?
Yes. So here's the thing. I'll bring... Are you serious?
You ran straight into that.
No, I didn't. I was stationary. This game hates me. Hello, Let's Players Curse. I've missed you.
This mission isn't even hard.
I know, it gets much worse. I wasn't kidding when I said this game gets around NES levels of difficulty.
But that's
In fact, I think it could make some NES games blush.
Like what? I'm actually curious to see which
Oh,
one.
we'll mention it when we get to them. I'm sure you'll find out.
Are you implying we're gonna do that? Play NES games like Ghosts and Goblins?
Oh, heck no, I'm not doing that. If you want to, that's one thing, but I'm not touching one of those.
I would rather do Super Ghouls and Ghosts. At least I want a game that I feel is possible.
Well, okay, but if you do that game, you gotta do it blind. Literally blind. Put on a blindfold.
Oh god, no. I said literally possible. Jesus.
Well, you can have somebody tell you where to go. I'm not that unfair.
So, I'm fighting a boss. He should know what boss I'm fighting.
Yeah, I think I know. How long are we at right now? 12 minutes, not counting cutscenes.
Well, we'll do one more mission. I think we can fit another one. I forget which mission's after this one.
I can't remember how long cutscenes are in this game, but
They aren't that long.
I think they're like a minute, 2 minutes per. Depends though.
Yeah, I don't think they're long.
Let me handle this, Jack. Watch my finesse and style.
Don't forget to ask
Everything's cool. Nobody panic. Hey, big guy. Your crew? Well, we shook the heat, and your shipment's in primo condition.
That's good, eh? Because a cargo of rare eco ore is worth more than 10 of your lives. And of course, I'd be forced to collect slowly. The underground will take anyone with a pulse these days. And what we have here, the Shadow's mascot of the month. Ooh, soft. Zig, this fur would go well with my silk suit, eh?
Listen, tons of fun. Anyone can see that you, and I have the real juice in this burg. We're both players, right? We're both looking for a piece of the action, right? I think we can do business, right?
We did you a favor. Now it's your turn. Why is the Baron giving eco to metalheads?
Questions like that could get a person killed, eh? Zig, be El Capitan here and his friend, Bonus. If you want to see what that baby can do, try the gun course outside. Show me some skill with that hardware, and I'll hire you for a job or two, eh?
Scattergun. Finally, we have a gun.
Worst gun in the entire game. Literally point. Well, that's not pointless.
It's
It's almost
debatable. It has purposes, but I don't use it that much. Honestly, I think Vulcan is a little more useless because the entire point of rapid fire is completely negated when you realize you can rapid fire with the blaster.
The Vulcan gun would be good if the blaster wasn't better. Really. That's how it is in the long run, I guess. You know.
But it's this gun. It's a shotgun. It shoots really wide, but it does really horrible damage and doesn't even go that far out.
You know, I wonder.
But right now, I think I might hit that guy with the yellow pants. Maybe.
Oh. I feel like I should bring this up, but do you think it was the? Do you think? Well, of course, it was smart that the developers made it like this. But do you think, in mind, the developers knew Naughty Dog? They knew the game was so hard that they gave death like 0 penalty.
I doubt they were thinking about it because Jack 1 does the same thing. But
Really, he does. I don't remember Jack. I remember Jack 1 the least. So
I don't blame you. Do you remember what I went over that whole thing last part? I'm sure I'm gonna get some death threats for that, by the way.
Yeah, who cares? We
It's
all
the
get
internet.
death threats. It's only sad when if you were to complain that you were getting death threats, I guess.
Hey,
You know-
I've
you
made
know.
2 MLP commentaries about how horrible they are at this point. I don't care.
See, one thing I don't get is why people think they're so special, and so it's so depressing that they got death threats. It's like, geez, everyone gets those online. It's not that you're not
Actually,
that
really,
special.
I have to worry more about false flagging than anything.
I've gotten death threats before. I'm pretty sure you have. I'm pretty sure everyone has.
If you're on the internet, you have. End of story.
It's a fact.
Unless you're the one that's giving them out.
Nah,
And even then, you've probably still gotten a few.
You're probably the giving death threats because you've gotten death threats. Which is bad logic, by the way, but that's how people are. Welcome to human nature.
Exactly. You bully because you got bullied as a kid.
Welcome to Biology 101. Oh my god, I died. Do I have to restart this whole entire boss?
You
Oh, my
do.
God.
I remember that one. I had some trouble with it.
Oh,
Why is the FPS so bad in this room in particular? There's nothing going on. Oh, you know what? The shrapnel is probably doing it.
the shrapnel, because there's a lot.
Jak 3 was fine when I tested that out. I don't know.
That has a lot of dust particles too, because of the desert.
Oh, the desert's awful. I'm talking about the shooting range in specific.
Oh, okay. There is a lot of desert particles though.
Yeah, when you're in the desert, you're lucky to get 10 FPS.
Emulated, that is. The game runs
Yeah.
perfectly. As far as I'm aware, at least, the game does run perfectly fine, right?
I don't think it has any problems, but
Maybe during some of the missions it might...
I haven't played the physical game in so long.
This reminds me of an era where 60 FPS games were always here. Jak is a 60 FPS game, right?
Yeah, it is. I'm pretty sure it is. I'm only recording it in 30. Because if I try recording in 60, I don't know what's going to happen. But
I think for streaming it only really matters with OBS. By the way, he's using OBS now, like me.
yep, I'm sick and tired of fraps.
Frabs is good, just too much space, and then it destroys your... it makes things run slower than it should.
So I
Still
can't blame fraps for this. This is entirely computer being horrible.
Ever since I swapped from Fraps, I haven't been able, or I haven't had issues with the game suddenly randomly, what's it called, dropping an FPS.
Well, that's definitely a good thing. I've never had that problem. It's completely predictable when it's going to randomly drop. So there's that.
Oh my gosh, this boss is a pain in the butt.
Just wait till Mars Tomb.
No!
We have
No.
phase 2.
No! Shut up.
We've already brought up Mars Tomb. We might as well go all the way.
No, I wasn't saying like shut up for spoilers' sake. I'll say shut up like
Oh, I know.
I don't want memories.
We've been doing this since 2011. I know when what you're saying when you say shut up.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I won. I've won. I beated the game. I beat the game, guys. By the way, for the shooting ranges, have you ever gotten gold?
No,
Ever?
I think I barely got silver once.
Yeah, I think I barely can get silver at the most.
Not with a scatter gun, though. It's,
No, I know, not even with any gun. I just can't do it with any gun. Am I just super bad or something?
I think we're both really bad. Oh, look, I
I-
guess...
Always feel
You
like
know, if you want to get all the precursor orbs, I think you have to get gold.
you do. I think they give you a lot.
Nope, I'm not doing 100% then. That's the end of it. That
Simply
is impossible.
Simply for the, Speaking of precursor orbs, you can only visit this area once, and they gave me 3 precursor orbs on the path. So I guess maybe the places that you can't return to, they put them directly in the path.
I can think of a few cases where they're non-returnable areas and still a bit messy.
You know what? You know what mission I also find really difficult? I can say this without even spoiling what it is entirely.
Say it.
It's the place in front of Mars Tomb, like right in front of it.
Mhm.
You go inside, and then right in front of Mars Tomb.
Oh, you know what? I think I know what you're talking about.
That area, yeah. I don't like that mission. It's long and difficult.
The funny thing is, it's not even that long. It just feels long because you fail over and over again.
Yep, that's like.
Because if you were to get through it without dying, you'd probably be done in 2 minutes. It's just impossible.
It's pretty much 99% of the missions in this game.
Yeah, well, anyways, thank you all for watching. Next time, we're gonna head back to Cup Place.
Cup Place.
Woo!
Well, we can call it what it's actually called now, unless you just want to keep calling it Cup Place.
I don't know, I kind of like the name Cup Place.
All right, next time, Cup Place,
Woo! Dinosaur Place.
Dinosaur Place.
Banjo-Tooie references.
Yay!